Greetings and welcome to Moonshot 9. I trust that you've enjoyed your week and learned from the truth aspects that we covered in the last episode. As in the parable of the sower, it's recorded in the Bible, so is our life. Our mind is the open ground, and sometimes that mind can be fertile, and sometimes that mind can be stony or full of weeds from doubts and fears and others' beliefs. It can be rocky because we haven't yet broken down and worked the soil of our mind to be receptive to the seeds that are going to be best to be nourished and to grow into the life, the thinking, the patterns that we want. So these seeds of opinions and thoughts and ideas and beliefs and examples that are either cast upon it from our own experiences or formed by the processes or impressions or impositions of domestication. So we all search in and amongst these for things like truth, honesty, justice, and beauty. Yet these are things that we already have within us. Often, though, we're blinded by this fog of misbelief and misinterpretation and the noise that the Toltecs refer to as mitote, which is the chaos of 1,000 voices, all trying to talk at once in our mind. And this is why living, in fact, is proving now to be the biggest fear of humankind in our society today, and clearly substantiated by the epidemic of suicides. So not death, but the risky challenge to be alive in expressing ourselves in who and what we are, to be you without the approval of others, and to live your own truth. In the book, The Four Agreements, Miguel Ruiz shares the principles that his father bade him covenant to honor, explaining that the most important agreements that we make in our life are not those that we make with other people, but the ones that we make with ourselves. Who we are, what you feel, what you accept, what you believe, what you will do, what you're not prepared to do, what is real, and how you will think and speak and act. And the first of these agreements is the most important, and that is to be impeccable with your word. When you look at the word impeccable, it means flawless and without fault, and perfect and pure. Since through your word you express and manifest everything about you, what you dream, what you feel, what you communicate, what you think, what you create, or what you symbolize or represent. Your word is indeed the most powerful tool of magic that can equally create and destroy with force. So we must prepare and condition the soil of our mind to only receive and nourish the seeds that will generate the fruits that we desire. T. Harv Eker is known for his phrase, "From good roots come good fruits." So let your words come from soil that's nourished with the qualities that you truly seek to be recognized for, if that's love or compassion or service or care or industry or honor or integrity. And to do that, we need to frequently weed out or prune the ideas and opinions and thoughts that don't align with who you want to be. And this is where the processes of mantras and chakras and meditation come into fruition, where you can take the time to reflect on your inner self and remove or purge or cleanse or detoxify the things that are in your system, the things that are in your mind, the things that are in your language that don't need to be there and in fact should not be there, and more than should not, are to be removed. The conversations that you have with yourself must be implicitly aligned to elevate your being, who you indeed have the power to be. In all of your communications, you can propagate great results by simply shifting the perspective on the words that we commonly use in our everyday language. Let's take the word impossible. I love this word, although it could be removed from our vocabulary, and most will separate that into two parts. Im, translating into not, and possible, being able to be achieved or realized. So this creates, by the use of that word, that a thing is not capable of being fulfilled. Yet screen star Audrey Hepburn and I share, and others I'm sure do, the same perspective, where she saw that an apostrophe simply was missing in the text and revealed that nothing is impossible. The word itself simply says, I'm possible. Let's take athletics. In 1954, Roger Bannister breached what Einstein referred to as the boundary conditions of our thinking, and proved indeed that the human body would not self-destruct when he ran a sub 4-minute mile, a feat that previously was thought humanly impossible, yet high school students have since been able to match that. Adidas marketing creators have inspired the world with the epic campaign on this word or phrase, nothing is impossible, using images of David Beckham and Muhammad Ali in championship poses. The phrase and text they've used is impossible is a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in a world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration, it's a dare. Impossible is potential, it's temporary. Impossible is nothing. So if you look, you will see that the greatest achievements of humankind were made because of those who questioned what others said was impossible and went on to create newer and better and higher levels of belief and achievement that have since sustained our lives. They simply refused to accept the status quo and said to themselves, I haven't yet figured out the correct way to accomplish this result or achieve this result, but I believe it can be achieved. The use of this one word as either defeat or a challenge is what can drive. And there are numerous words that you use every day. Once an abused child, yet now the world's leading social celebrity, Oprah Winfrey, shares that the choice to be excellent begins with aligning your thoughts and your words with the intention to require more of yourself. If you want excellence in the things that you do, then you need to recognize that impossible is indeed only temporary. And you have to strengthen your resolve with words of conviction that will indeed power your belief. Then you will demand and deliver of yourself the integrity to attain that new goal or task. Mahatma Gandhi is often quoted in this context that I'm speaking about regarding this natural evolution of small seeds, the simple, small beliefs and thoughts that turn into and grow into and develop into large trees, which are the manifestation of your legacy. And you'll hear me refer to this process consistently. So Gandhi said that your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. If you want indeed the outcomes of your life or your relationships or your business to be laden with good fruit, then nourish your mind only with powerfully positive messages. Let the conversations that you have with yourself be focused only on nurturing the healthiest soil in the three brains that determine how you think and how you love and how you feel. Take the time now and over the next 2 days to list down 20 words that you use regularly, which you could prune or replace with a more positive one, in an evergreen process of cognitive attention to the words that will determine your destiny. And until then, live, love, and serve.